Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other video that I have posted in the past. If you have any video that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Now in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to make a dish which you frequently find in Chinese restaurant. This dish is chicken with mushroom, and in Chinese it's called mu ku gai pan. Mu ku means mushroom and gai pan means chicken pieces. Now this dish is important for me to demonstrate to you about the fast cooking system. Now the fast cooking system has 4 components. That is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. Now, when you use the fast cooking system, you basically find a way to cook with spontaneity and intuition. Well, you might ask why it is so important. The reason is that if you can cook anything you want, anytime you would like, and anywhere you can, you are more likely to cook. And in order to do that, following recipe is not the way to go. You will have a lot of limitations. However, by using the fast cooking system, there's several components in that is really critical, and one of the most important ones that will allow you to cook with spontaneity and intuition is template. Now, template-based cooking is an approach in home cooking that will allow you to make changes and substitutions. But the most important aspect of template-based cooking is that the template is a basic standardized approach, and once you familiarize with the template, you can make change constantly. Now, one important thing about the cooking system is advanced prepping. Now, why advanced prepping is so important? Because advanced prepping will allow you to do with template-based cooking almost on demand. Here is a good example. If you like to eat chicken a lot, and most of the time when you buy chicken from the store, they're in the whole pieces, and a lot of people freeze it the way it is. But if you can prep the chicken in advance by cutting them into the pieces that were suitable for stir frying, then you will be able to have chicken anytime that you want. Not only that it is efficient, but it also will allow you to have chicken to the demand that how you like it. And you can use the amount that you like because you can package them in different quantity as how you would like it. Now, another important thing is that if you package your chicken in such a way, like what I'm doing here, into a thin package, this will give you maximum surface area. So when you freeze them, you can thaw them out very quickly. Instead of using microwave, you can thaw them out much faster. Now, of course, another distinct advantage is that you can package them to whatever size that you want. In here, I package them to about 6 to 8 ounces. Now, in my approach to cooking is that I want to use the meat as a condiment rather than the main ingredients to help eat more vegetables. So in this case, when you're ready to use the chicken, you just put in a bowl of lukewarm water and you will thaw out in less than 10 minutes. And this has a tremendous advantage that will allow you to cook chicken almost any time that you want. In fact, you can do it every single night. Now, there are many different ways to stir fry chicken. You can coat chicken with different type of ingredients, different seasoning. In here, I coat the chicken with cornstarch. It's a great advantage of coating chicken with cornstarch because first of all, it will absorb the moisture from the chicken, and secondly, that it will give the chicken a light, crispy texture. Now in here, I also have advanced prepping with mushroom. Now in this dish, I'm going to cook with chicken and mushroom. These are portobello mushroom, which I always have on hand. And the nice thing is that by cutting them in advance, I just go into the refrigerator and grab it, and I am ready to use it. However, there are some other ingredients that you do not want to cut them in advance because they do not have good shelf life, and pepper is one of them. So anytime when I stir fry pepper, I only cut them before I do stir fry them. And now I have used a small bell pepper, which makes it easier and I don't have to use as much. Okay, in order to make this dish, I'm going to make a gravy. Now a gravy is a template. Using this approach, it will allow you to cook dish very much like in a Chinese restaurant. I'm going to use my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. Now basically, I'm going to split up how I'm going to cook this dish, and I will explain to you in a little bit. Now, first of all, I'm going to fry the chicken. And using this method, it will allow me to fry the chicken with a slight crispy texture. Now, this is almost like a restaurant style. A lot of time in restaurant, you will find that many of the chicken dishes, the chickens are deep fried, such as orange chicken, kung pao chicken. All of those chickens, the chicken has been deep fried, and it gives the chicken a much nicer texture. Because when you do coat them with things like cornstarch, which is the best way to do it, it will keep the chicken moist and tender. And the nice thing about this is that you only use a very small amount of cornstarch, as in the case shown here. Okay, only a few seconds, the dish is ready. Next is I'm going to add the pepper to the chicken. Now you notice that I add the pepper at a much later time point because I only want to cook the pepper very lightly. And also, it probably do not escape you that I use different kinds of pepper. I use some red bell pepper and also as a green poblano pepper. Because I have them on hand, that's one of the primary reasons. And also I select them because of the color presentation. It gives the dish a much more interesting, colorful presentation. Okay, now the chicken is done. It takes only a few minutes. I'm going to now make the gravy. The gravy is made from cornstarch. And this is a cornstarch that I use 1 part of cornstarch to 3 parts of water. But make sure you shake it up really well. After I put it into the wok, I can make adjustment to the thickness of the cornstarch. As you can see here, it looks really thick and it starts to actually form gel. And so the nice thing about using cornstarch, everything happens so quickly, and all you have to do is add more water so you can change the consistency of the gravy to what you like. It's a great way to make gravy, not just for this particular type of dish. I use this for Thanksgiving to make Thanksgiving gravy, and it works really well. And once you reach the consistency that you want, now I'm going to add the mushroom to the gravy. Now, the mushroom doesn't need to cook very long at all. In fact, you do not want to overcook the mushroom. You want to maintain the texture of the mushroom so that it will give you the nice texture that you want. But of course, you can adjust it. If you want it to be softer, you can add it earlier and cook a little bit longer. But in this case, I just want it to be very lightly softened. Okay, now I'm going to season this gravy. First of all, I'm going to use a little bit of oyster sauce, followed by some hot sesame oil. Again, if you don't like hot, you can use regular sesame oil, and then with some soy sauce, which I use Kikkoman, and you can use whatever soy sauce that you would like. This is the time you make the adjustment. This is where flavor chasing comes in. You can adjust the flavor of the gravy exactly how you like it. Okay, now the dish is done. As you notice that I cooked the gravy separately from the chicken. The primary reason is that this will allow me to maintain the texture of the chicken so that I will not overcook the chicken, and in this case it gives me much better control of what the texture, the doneness, as well as the flavor of the chicken. So I'm going to first of all transfer the gravy into a serving plate, and as you notice that at this point, this is a basic template. In fact, you can use this template. Instead of putting chicken to it, you can use almost anything that you would like. So the next step is that I'm going to transfer the chicken to the dish. Again, this is a demonstration, which sometimes I call it combinatory stir frying, because you cook things differently and then you combine them together. I think you will like this much better. The other approach is that you can cook everything together. You can cook the chicken and then you make the gravy with the chicken in the wok. But I think this is a much better way to do it, because when you do make adjustment to the consistency of the gravy, the chicken will be being cooked at the same time, and this might cause you to overcook the chicken. In this way, you will be sure the chicken have the right doneness and the texture that you want. Remember, this is a template, and how to make the gravy is a template, and you can use this approach to make any gravy that you like. Instead of using mushroom, you can use onion, scallion, whatever that you would want. Instead of chicken, you can have beef. Okay, I post a video each day, and my goal is to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. So it is practical, efficient, creative, and fun using my fast cooking system. And by using the fast cooking system, you can make home cooking spontaneous and intuitive. And so this to me is the best way for you to make home cooking sustainable. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.